This is the Pascal stack. It starts at the GTX 1060 and goes all the way up to the mighty Titan. Wait, no, that's not right. Fix that. That's better. The 1080 Ti is your new gaming GPU king. What's up guys, Brian here with BPS Customs. Today we're going to be taking a look at the newest Ti variation of the NVIDIA 80 series, the 1080 Ti. Now over the years the Ti badge has come to be synonymous with a significant performance boost, and lately the engineers at the Green team have been really pushing the envelope with just how much extra performance they want to build into these kinds of variants. The 980 Ti was ever so slightly slower than the Maxwell Titan X, and it was a great overclocker for about 65% of the cost. But we all know the story about the 1080 Ti. We've all seen the videos from the NVIDIA press event in San Francisco where they claimed a 35% performance boost over the GTX 1080. We've likely all seen the spec sheet with a higher boost clock, faster memory, and higher memory bandwidth than the Titan X Pascal. We've also been inundated with 1080 Ti reviews from all corners of the internet over the past week, showing that indeed, NVIDIA was not exaggerating the capabilities of this card. But what we haven't seen is a comparison against a competitor at a similar price point. And that's for good reason. No other single card exists in the market segment that the 1080 Ti occupies. But what does exist is a configuration that may actually be more accessible for the majority of people and comes out at almost the exact same cost at the end of the day. I'm talking about running the extremely capable GTX 1070 in SLI. Now with NVIDIA's recent price drop coinciding with the launch of their newest flagship, 1070s can be had for around $350 pretty easily. This means that running them in an SLI setup will cost you almost exactly as much as the $700 1080 Ti. The reason that this may be a more accessible situation is that many people are already running GTX 1070s in their systems and can reasonably afford to add a second one when time and finances allow, as opposed to having to save up $700 all at once for a 1080 Ti. But SLI setups these days come with some real concerns. Is it worth it? Will you actually be able to beat out the 1080 Ti in benchmarks often enough that this actually makes sense? The numbers will give us the answer. I ran a bunch of gaming and synthetic benchmarks using a 1080, Titan XP, 1080 Ti, and SLI 1070s. All cards were overclocked to a high but stable point, so the numbers will represent the approximate maximum amount of performance you can expect in these titles. For the 1080 Ti, I also included stock numbers as well, just so we get a better idea of exactly how much of a boost you can expect if you're willing to play with settings in MSI Afterburner. I was able to achieve a 155 MHz offset on the core and a 400 MHz boost on the memory of my 1080 Ti Founders Edition. Your mileage may vary, so feel free to tweak to your heart's content and don't just take my word for it. All tests were run in my X99 system featuring a 6900K overclocked to 4.4 GHz, 32 gigs of 3000 MHz Corsair Vengeance LED memory, and a Gigabyte X99 Ultra Gaming motherboard. On to the results. So let's draw some conclusions here. Number one, the 1080 Ti is indeed the single fastest consumer-grade graphics card on the market. It's unclear at this time if this will cause headaches for AMD down the road, as details on Vega are still scarce. But if you want the best of the best, this is definitely it right here. Number two, despite SLI existing for many years now, there is no guarantee that it will work with everything. Some games and applications support it, and some do not. This doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon either, and the fact that major studio releases like Doom and Titanfall do not play nice with a 2-card setup confirms what Nvidia told us at the Pascal launch. They are no longer supporting anything more than a 2-card setup, and the majority of games are optimized to run with a single GPU. Number three, when SLI works, two 1070s beats out a single 1080 Ti every time, sometimes by a significant margin. If you find yourself just wanting to say that you have the fastest setup for the money, this might be it right here. Plenty of games still support SLI, and all benchmarking programs do. If you're a fan of games like Overwatch, GTA 5, The Division, or Fallout 4, SLI will really get you a performance boost. So that's a wrap on a different perspective of the 1080 Ti review. Does SLI appeal to you guys? Let me know in the comments down below, or if you guys have any questions on this kind of a comparison, or would like to see more of these kinds of videos in the future. I'll also have a video up soon on 1080 Ti SLI performance, as well as a full custom water-cooled build using these parts along with my 6900K and a special case mod. Get subscribed so you don't miss it, and don't forget to hit that like button down there. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.